Yes? Yeah. All right. Shabbat Shalom!
Shabbat Shalom.
Good evening and welcome to all of you. Our worship this evening is from Mishkan Tefillah, the blue books that are on the table in the back of the sanctuary. Please join in and follow along. We begin on page 634 with the words, Ma Yafeh Hayom, how beautiful is this day. Shabbat Shalom, it is a Sabbath of peace. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. I am honored to invite our temple president, Richard Carter, to light our candles for us this evening.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the word we shall speak into our hearts and in our lives. Bless all who enter the sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness and peace.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher tishanu b'mitzvotav v'shivanu el habit yishel Shabbat. Amen.
And as we light our candles, let us turn and look around. In front of you, behind you, across the aisle, wave and wish each other a Shabbat Shalom. And as we do, we sing the words of Psalm 133, how good it is for all of us to be together tonight.
הנה מה טוב בנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב בנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב בנעים, יללי יללי יללי. הנה מה טוב בנעים, יללי יללי יללי. הנה מה טוב בנעים, יללי יללי. הנה מה טוב בנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב בנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
Turning to page 120, we invite you to rise. Turning to page 146, we invite you to rise if you are able, as we join together in our call to worship, Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai, Baruch Adonai, Havorach le'olam oed.
Page 149, we read together at the top of the page. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season fly. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Amari, Aravim. Read responsively on page 151. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol.
All these things your Torah gives to us.
And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives.
What could be a truer token of your abiding love
than this holiest of your works, and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, Ohei Amo Yisrael. On page 152, we find the watchword of our faith, and it is my pleasure to call up Ellie Leaf, who will become a bat mitzvah later this fall, to read these words for us.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one.
Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto L'olam Va'ed.
Blessed is God's glorious majesty forever and ever. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto L'olam Va'ed. You may be seated. We continue with Ve'ahavta, page 154. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, v'chol levavcha, v'chol nafshecha, v'chol meodecha, v'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh, asher anochi mitzavecha hayom, al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam, v'shivtecha b'veitecha, uvlechtecha b'derech, uvshoshbecha uvkumecha, uvshartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot bein einecha, uvchavtam al mizuzot beitecha, uvisharecha. Lama'an tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai, v'item kedoshim le'elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeti etchem, me'eretz Mitzrayim, L'hiyot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Together, you shall love Adonai your God, with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand, and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments, and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. Page 157. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth.
The high heavens declare your glory. The earth reveal your justice and love.
From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way.
Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces.
Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace.
Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. Mi kamocha ma'elim Adonai, mi kamocha him from a hand stronger than his own. Praised are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ka'al Yisrael. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. On page 162, we reflect on how great a blessing it is to take this time and make it holy. Turning to page 164, we invite you to rise once again, if you are able, as we join together in Tefillah, the central prayers of our worship tonight. We'll begin on page 164 and continue on page 166 and then page 168. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, 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 Elohei Avraham, Elohei 170. Atakadosh, V'shimcha kadosh, Ukdoshim b'chol yom yahalucha, Selah. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el ha'kadosh. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. You may be seated. Page 173, we read together at the top. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. You are with us in our prayer, in our love and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. Let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai, sholcha levadecha v'yirah na'avod. O God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha u'chana'el lehodot. And on page 178, we join together in a prayer for peace. Shalom Rav. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Rav, Tasim L'olam. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Rav, Tasim L'olam. Ki atahu melech adon, l'chol Pause now for a few moments of silent prayer. Feel free to read the meditations on the pages that follow, or any prayer that the heart may prompt. Our thoughts turn now to those who are ill in our congregation and community and in need of healing. In our Shabbat Shalom handout tonight, you'll see a list of names of people of whom we are thinking. We know there are many, many more here in our own community, around our state, those recovering from the devastating flooding earlier this week, and around the world tonight. For all who are in need, we offer this prayer. Mi Shabbat. May God, who blessed our ancestors, bless all who are currently struggling with illnesses of body, of mind, or of spirit, that they might find a full and speedy recovery as quickly as they are able. Turning to page 371, we join together in Mi Shabbat, a prayer for healing. Mi As we prepare for Seder Kriyat HaTorah, the service for the reading of the Torah, I will ask you all to please rise as the Ark is opened, and hopefully our temple president, Richard Carter, can assist me as we take the Torah from the Ark. I would invite you all to be seated, but tonight I instead invite you all to join me here on the Bima for a very special Torah reading from Parshat Ve'et Hanan. So if you wish, come on up and join us for a passage I'm willing to bet you might already know. Come on up and gather around. I'm getting closer. We don't want to see. You're going to want to see. It's a good one. Tonight, as you can tell from the rollers, we are in Deuteronomy. We're getting close to the end. And in chapter 5 of Deuteronomy, there's the second telling of the Ten Commandments. Here at the bottom of the page, can everyone see, is the section from Deuteronomy chapter 6 that we'll be reading tonight. It stands out from the page. You can see the letters are a little bit bigger. See the large ayin, the large dalet. Words that we said earlier tonight, a direct quote from this week's Torah portion. So as we join together in the Aliyah, then come get closer so you can see as we read those very words from the Torah this evening. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Baruch Adonai Haborah, Baruch Adonai Haborah L'olam Va'ed, Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher bacharanu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato, Baruch Atah Adonai notein ha'Torah. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, v'chol levavcha, v'chol nafshecha, v'chol meodecha, v'hayu advarim ha'ele, asher anochi mitzavacha hayom, al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam, v'shivtecha b'veitecha, v'vlechtecha b'derech, v'shofecha uvkumecha, ukshartam la'ot al yadecha, v'hayu latotafot bein einecha, uchtavtam al mizuzot beitecha, uvish arecha. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord alone. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words, which I am commanding you this day, shall be on your heart. You shall repeat them to your children. You shall speak of them when sitting in your house and when you are out on your way, when you are lying down and when you are getting up. You shall bind them as a sign upon your hand, and let them be a symbol between your eyes. You shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Everyone gets to see? See it along with me? All right. Blessing afterwards. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam natan b'tefeinu. Baruch atah Adonai notein Torah. Amen. Let us return the Torah to the ark.
Amen.
You may be seated. A man was struggling, having a very difficult time in his life. He turned to his best friend and said, "I really should have listened to the advice my parents gave me." His friend said, "What was the advice?" The man said, "I don't know, I wasn't listening." In our Torah portion tonight, Moses says to the Israelites, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one." And Moses goes on to remind them that all these words, Kol hadvarim ha'eleh, should be upon their hearts. He is invoking the community just before they go into the promised land, standing there on the far side of the Jordan, to pay attention to the wisdom that is contained within the Torah writ large. But if we take the passage in context, he's also asking them to pay attention to these words, the words that he is saying to them at the moment. And that is really at the crux of a long-standing question for us as Jews. Do we take to heart the lessons of the Torah, or do we take to heart the lessons of the Torah and the specific directions that Moses is giving them? What's the difference? Well, the Torah as a whole gives us lots of understanding of ethics and morality and decency as understood at its context in time. And our rabbis have expounded upon those ideas and brought them up to date in every previous era, including our own, how to apply this wisdom even as the world changes around us. The wisdom is one thing, but Moses' words are a little more pointed. It isn't just take these words to heart, it's live these words each and every day. When you get up and when you go to sleep, when you're at home and when you're away, whether you are doing mundane things or significant things, whether you're talking to your children or visiting with strangers, doing your daily business or just going about your life, if we take Moses at face value, these words should be a sign upon our hands and a symbol before our eyes, inside our very heart, our very soul, and the fiber of our being. How? How is it that we are to carry these words with us? Is it as simple as saying the Shema before we go to bed and when we get up in the morning? Or is it something more significant? And I think it is, in fact, the latter. I think Moses is saying to our Israelite ancestors, and indeed to us as well, that the best way to model our Judaism is to live our lives each and every day in keeping with these values. As a Jew, it is our very job to be an example of moral and ethical, decent, righteous living every single day. Not take them to heart as in file them away somewhere in our memory. Not have them be part of our soul as in I learned it once when I was a little kid in Sunday school. But rather show others what it means to be a Jew, not in an effort to convert them, but rather in an effort to inspire them. That if we could be good and decent people, despite the vicissitudes of life, in spite of all the challenges that lie in our path, in spite of all the difficulties that beset us, great and small alike, if we can live our lives as examples of goodness, maybe others might choose to join us in doing some good. Because if more joined us, if we could inspire others, then there's more good than we could accomplish together than on our own. We are the tiniest of tiny minorities, and we are aggressively under attack at the moment, globally and around our own nation, and even right here at home on some occasions. It is a very difficult time to be a Jew, and we might choose to keep our heads down and not want to make a fuss and not want to draw attention to ourselves. But if we chose that path, we are rejecting the very mitzvah we read tonight, that we should model our faith by our actions, that we should be a living example of what it is to be a good and decent person, at home and away, evening, morning, midday, with every action of our hands, with every vision seen by our eyes. We should scan the world for opportunities to be of help to others, and then we should go on our way baderech. We should go and make it not out of our way to be of help to others, but on our way. That we should open our doors and our gates and welcome others in, and care for our world the way God has commanded us to do. Because if we shirk from that task, then it will go unfulfilled. And we will be the ones who carry not only the suffering of a world left unredeemed, but also the guilt and shame of not having done more than we could have done to bring about its redemption. This is our task, and I say to all of us tonight, these words, which we have heard and said so many times, they come so easily to the lips, we have them memorized. We put them in the mezuzah and never open it to check them again. We wear them in our tefillin but never open the box to look at them because we know them. But do we live them? Do we carry them with us in our actions, in our example, in our lives, out in the world, every single day? If so, good, keep up that work. And if not, take the opportunity from this day forward for as many more days as each of us is blessed to have. All these words should be on our hearts, and the way we can check is whether or not we live them in our lives. Amen.
Amen. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
A few announcements, but first, before we get to any announcements, thanks once again to our singers, Terry, Kate, and our super musician, Travis. What you contribute is very meaningful to the entire worship service, and I hope everyone appreciates it as much as I do. A few other thanks. We have Pulpit Flowers tonight, sponsored by Andrew Ocean and Joan Palmer. And tonight's Oneg sponsor is Laura Carter, but it's for the food was sourced by the rabbi, and it's not from Israel.
It's around the Mediterranean.
It's Greek food, and what am I to announce that it's not? upcoming events. Tomorrow morning, we'll have the Tanakh study with lox and bagels, and that'll be at 9:45. Big day Sunday, big day. We got the temple picnic at the Haller Shelter. I've been told that there's good parking. The Haller Shelter is just adjacent to the swimming pool at Ogilvy. And I've been told that one of the good parts about this shelter is the fact that there's very good parking available for everyone. There's been a lot of controversy about the time this starts, and I need to emphasize this. And remember this, I'm not going to even mention the wrong times that have been mentioned before. I just want you to remember it's noon to 2. Noon to 2. Everyone should bring a side dish, non-dairy, and we'd like to have that just a little before noon. I'm mentioning no other numbers. A lot of confusion about this. And I guess we have First Friday next week is.
2 weeks.
Okay. Next week is the 31st. Yes, it is, all day. And service will be at 7 p.m. And then the week after that, we have First Friday service and dinner. So we have a whole week next week in the month of July. And if anybody else has any announcements that they wish to make, you can send me a note, and I'll. Otherwise, I'll turn it back to the rabbi. Thank you.
The Oneg Shabbat tonight includes some special treats from our friends at St. John the Divine Greek Orthodox Church. We religious minorities need to stick together, so proud to support our friends both at the Grecian Festival and also at the Upper Ohio Valley Italian Festival going on this weekend here in downtown Wheeling. Both are wonderful, and we have some treats from the Greek Fest. Thank you very much to Laura and Richard for sponsoring tonight's Oneg Shabbat. We turn now to page 586, and I invite you to rise if you are able as the ark is open for Elena. Standing as we remember those whom we have loved and lost, those whose yahrzeits fall on this Shabbat, and all whom we have taken into our hearts with our own. Tonight we recall the yahrzeits of Alan Bernard Dobkin, Fanny R. Favish, Jerry Gallen, Lawrence B. Goldinger, Jonathan Greenbaum, Arthur Gross, Jason Hawley, Samuel Clabano, Glenn Lemons Jr., Janet Lewine, Mitzi Davis Marcus, Albert Moydell, Samuel A. Pollock, Sarah Edelman Reiter, Zelmer Lewis Sachs, Seymour L. Shaw, Hy Sherman, Herbert Sonneborn, and Alan Ziegler. Additionally, we are deeply saddened by the recent passing just yesterday of Cindy Elza, sister of Lynn Elswick, our temple secretary. And additionally, we are still in the period of Shloshim, remembering Jonathan Maxwell and Carol Berman. If there are any other names to be remembered for Kaddish this evening, I invite you to please add those names at this time. For all whom we have loved and lost, we join together in Kaddish Yatom, the Mourner's Kaddish, page 598. Yitkadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, v'alma nifrat chilutei, v'yamdich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon, v'chayei b'chal beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman karim v'imru. Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah b'vorach, la'al v'lomei almayai. Yibarach v'yishtabach, v'yibahar v'yiromam v'yinaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei v'tusha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechmata, tamiran v'yalma v'yimru. Amen. Yehei shalom harav amin shemayim, v'chaim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. Oseh shalom v'yimromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael, v'yimru. Amen. May God grant peace to all who mourn, and comfort all the bereaved among us, and together let us say, Amen. Our closing hymn can be found on page 625, Adon Olam. Please join in and sing along. Adon Olam Hashem Alam, Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra, V'yein Nasav Efek Shokol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra, V'yacharei Kiklot HaKol, V'nato Imlok Nora, Shabbat shalom, everyone.